Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because we are going to be playing with the new Colourpop and Disney collaboration, which is the Snow White collection. Obviously, I am wearing all of the products on my face today. I do a little bit of a demo, some swatches, some first impressions, and yeah, I'm really excited to be back filming today. I took a little bit of a break because we were planning a wedding reception for our 1-year anniversary. My husband and I got married about a year ago now, and we had the worst wedding day ever. I have a video all about it. I'll link it in the cards up above if you're interested. So this time last year we could only have a ceremony because of COVID precautions, so we didn't have a reception. So since our wedding day went so horribly, we decided to have a reception on our 1-year anniversary and invite all of our family and friends to that. So I was busy planning that. That was so stressful, but it all worked out. It went well. So now that that's over and I am not stressed about it anymore, I'm hoping that I can get back into filming. I really missed you guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into an overview of this collection, some swatches, a demo, my first impressions, all of that. Let's get into it. Okay, my friends, so let's start by swatching the eyeshadow palette. This is the outside packaging. It looks super cute. And this is the inside packaging, also super cute, and I really love the color story. I feel like this little quad here really represents Snow White. Honestly, I feel like I could have just had this quad and been pretty content, but we got all of these additional shadows as well. So let's swatch all of it. So starting at the top left, we have the shade Spellbreaker, and this is a metallic, and Colourpop describes this as a true metallic white. And yikes. The quality on this is not good. It's not very reflective. It's very sheer. It feels very dry. Yeah, not off to a great start. Then we have the shade With a Smile, and Colourpop describes this as a matte warm ivory. I would personally describe this shade as a matte light peach. To me, ivory is lighter, but what do I know? Next up, we have a Supershock shadow. This shade is called Ever After, and Colourpop describes this as a soft gold with pink duochrome. This hardly shows up. Oh my god, we are not off to a good start here. I can barely see it in the viewfinder. It's very sheer. Maybe that was the intention, but yeah, doesn't really pack a punch. And lastly, in the top row, we have the shade Such Grace, which is a matte, and Colourpop describes it as a vibrant pastel peach. Next up, we have the shade Someday, which is also a matte, and it is described as a matte peachy pink. This one is really nice, but definitely not unique. Then we have the shade True Love, which is a metallic, and Colourpop describes this as a metallic true gold. It doesn't really have a ton of reflect. It has pretty good pigment, but the metallicness isn't there for me, so I don't know. It's okay. Next up, we have the shade My Prince, which is a metallic, and Colourpop describes it as a pinky copper. This one has a little more sparkle and reflect. I still wish it had a little bit more, but it's a pretty good shade. And lastly, in the second row, we have the shade Carried Away, which is a matte sparkle shade. It's like their sequin formula, and Colourpop describes this as a mid-tone mauve with pink and silver pinpoints. I think that's actually a very pretty shade. I like it more than I thought I would. I don't know if the sparkles would actually like show up when you apply it to the eye, but I don't know. That shade kind of speaks to me in a way. First up in the last row, we have the shade In the Land, and Colourpop describes this as a matte brick red. I would say it's more of a brown, but again, what do I know? This one was a really nice smooth formula, had good pigment, it was a solid shade. Next up, we have the shade Charmed, and Colourpop describes this as a metallic bright candy apple red. This is like not metallic at all. It honestly looks matte, and it was not pigmented and pretty dry. So yeah, I don't know. Don't love the quality of that one. Then we have the pretty Snow White blue, and this one is called Just One Kiss, and it is a metallic, and Colourpop describes this as a vivid cobalt blue. Again, very minimal shine. I don't know what's going on with these. If Colourpop described them as a satin, I feel like I'd be a lot more happy with this palette because, you know, it is what it was supposed to be. And the last shade in this palette is called Far Away, and it is a matte sparkle shade. Colourpop describes it as a true black with gold, pink, and blue pinpoints. I really love how the matte sparkle shades swatch, but as I mentioned earlier, the sparkles usually flake off. If it actually maintained the sparkle on the eye, this would be a beautiful shade. But yeah, this is the entire palette. Let me know what you guys think. I'd be interested to know. Okay, also in the collection that aren't really like makeup items, there's this mirror. It had like the little guy on him. I think I threw him out, but it was a really cute touch. The sticker on it had like the magic mirror dude. I don't know his actual name, but yeah, it says make a wish and unlock the magic. I probably won't use this a ton. I just kind of collect the Colourpop mirrors. I don't know. I just use my magnifying mirror when I'm doing my makeup personally, but I know a lot of people like handhelds, so this is kind of like fun if you're into Snow White. This is what I was actually the most excited for, which is strange because usually I'm most excited for the eyeshadows, but this is the Just One Bite lip scrub. First of all, it's in the shape of an apple, super cute, super on brand. It smells like apples, like not just like a faint apple scent, like it's like, it almost smells like a Bath and Body Works fall candle, like the fresh apple picking candle or something like that. Very, very nicely scented. I was not disappointed in this at all. It's actually my favorite product from the collection. The scrub itself is also a different consistency than their regular like sugar scrubs, or their older ones, I guess. I don't know if this is like their new formula or whatever. It's a lot finer. The older scrubs, I guess it's sugar that's in it probably. They're a lot more coarse, and this one's just a lot finer. It's a lot more like gentle, I guess. I'm just obsessed with the scent. I cannot stop smelling this. And then it comes with 3 Supershock cheeks. I don't love Supershock cheeks. Keep that in mind when I'm, you know, using these products, is that I'm already not a huge fan of the formula. I'm also not a huge fan of metallic blushes, and all 3 of these are like a pearlized finish, which is more of their metallic finish. I used to rock a shimmery cheek. I just find as I have aged, I'm approaching 30, and that really makes me upset. But I just find that it really emphasizes my texture as I get older. If you like a shimmery cheek, you might really like these, and I think the blushes are very on brand. I did find it interesting though, like in all of like the little graphics of Snow White, she doesn't have rosy cheeks, but I'm pretty sure, I'm not a Disney fanatic, but I am pretty sure in like the older graphics of Snow White, she had incredibly rosy cheeks. Am I making that up? I don't think I am. Anyway, so it comes with a light, a medium, and a deep tone for blush shades, which is really nice that they included multiple shades, or like multiple tones. So we can all have a Snow White blush if we want. This is way too shimmery for me, personally. Still gonna wear it today though, because this is a Snow White collection video. Yeah, see, I'm not wrong. Like, look how rosy her cheeks are. This is obviously an older graphic, but... So this right here is called I Wish I Wish, and it is the lightest shade, and Colourpop describes this as a true pink with a gold duochrome finish. It is really pretty. I would just probably use this as an eyeshadow. I shouldn't judge it. Maybe it looks beautiful on the cheeks, but the medium tone shade is called Fair Enough, and Colourpop describes this as a pinky red with a gold duochrome finish. I feel like this shade just like screams Snow White. And the deepest shade is called Just Rosy, and Colourpop describes this as a blackberry with a pinky duochrome finish. They're all really beautiful. I just don't know how I'm gonna love them when applied to the cheeks. Okay, and lastly, they came out with these really fun lip trios. I've only seen Colourpop do lip duos. I might be kind of out of the loop because I haven't paid a ton of attention to what they're releasing, but they released a lip liner, a lipstick, and a lip gloss trio, which I think is super fun because like you can really mix and match. You could do just a lip liner and a lipstick, or you could do just a lip liner and a lip gloss, or like you could do all 3, you know, it's fun. So this is the Snow White bundle, and it's like a deep red. The lip liner is called Such a Beauty. It's like slightly deeper than a true red, I'd say. So that's the lip liner called Such a Beauty. Then we have the stick, which is called Snow White. That's fitting. I don't know if you can see it, but it has like little apple graphics on it. Isn't that adorable? Hopefully you can see. Lipstick is not apple scented. It's like their classic vanilla. That would have been a fun touch, but anyway. This is the lipstick. This is the lip liner. And then for a gloss, we have the Luxe Gloss in the shade Red as Rose. This is more of a sheer gloss. Has the typical scent, and it's more of a sheer gloss, but I feel like that'd be really pretty on top of the other 2. Okay, and then this is the Evil Queen set. It's a really deep purple set, and the gloss is like an iridescent light purple. Super fun, super vampy, which makes sense. So the lip liner is called Jealous Much. That is such a beautiful vampy shade. And then the lipstick is called Evil Queen. It also has little apples on the side of the lipstick. Super cute touch. I wasn't expecting that. So this is the lipstick, and this is the lip liner. And then lastly, we have the gloss. Oh, this is fun. This is a fun little trio. This is the shade Queen G, and it's like a very light iridescent gloss. It would add some really pretty iridescent sparkle to this combo. And that is the entire collection. So now that we've swatched everything, let's play with it on my face. I'm just gonna go prep my eyelids and I'll be right back. Okay, let's get started. I think what I'm gonna do first is go into this like matte peachy shade. This one's called Such Grace. And I'm just gonna use that shade to kind of warm up my crease area and define it a little bit. That being said, I did use kind of a dark concealer, so I don't even know if it's gonna show up. Okay, well that didn't really show up. I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade In the Land. It's really the only other neutral tone I have, and I don't want to go too colorful yet. So I'm just gonna dip into that ever so slightly and kind of tap it on the back of my hand to remove any excess product. I'm gonna use that to define my crease instead. Okay, then I'm gonna take this bright gold called True Love. This one right here, it's not super metallic, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm just gonna grab it on my finger and just push it into my lid. And I'm gonna stop like right here and leave that inner corner a little bit bare. And I'm just gonna dampen a little bit on a brush too, just because with my long nails, I have a hard time getting close to the lash line. Just like that. Then I'm taking this little tiny Colourpop brush and I'm gonna take the lighter gold Supershock called Ever After. Just this one right here, and we'll see if I can get it to show up. I don't know. I mean, it's something, I guess, right? Supershocks usually do apply better with your finger, I guess, but I can't get in there with these nails on. Then I want to do some bright blue eyeliner, so I'm going to remove the eyeshadow closest to my lash line in kind of a wing shape, just using like a little pointed Q-tip. I get mine on Amazon. I just kind of wanted to use like the colors that really speak to me and say like, this is a Snow White collection, you know? Then I'm going to use a little more of my concealer and just kind of go over top of where I removed that shadow so that the blue will stick nicely on top and be nice and vibrant. Just like that. And then I'm going to grab the blue called Just One Kiss. This one right here. This is supposed to be metallic, so I'm hoping that it'll show up as such. And I'm just taking a tiny detailer brush to kind of fill in my wing. It took me so long to get out. And it doesn't have to be perfect, especially on the bottom half, because I'm just gonna clean it up. And now I'm just cleaning it up with some micellar water. We're done kind of for eyeshadow. So I'm gonna do my other eye, and then I'm going to do the rest of my face, my foundation and concealer. If you've watched my videos before, you know I just like to go in that order for whatever reason. And so yeah, I'm gonna pop off camera and do that because it's not really relevant to this video, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have done my base makeup. I actually hate it today. I don't know why, but I keep trying the Haus Labs foundation in hopes that it'll work for me, and it really just doesn't. I don't like it at all. I just keep trying to force it to work for me, and it just doesn't. For my lower lash line though, I'm going to grab the blue shade, Just One Kiss, and I'm gonna kind of continue my blue liner moment to my lower lash line. So I'm just running it on my lower lash line and then connecting it to my wing at the corner here. Then I'm just taking a clean brush and I'm kind of softening this line. I don't want to blend it out too much, but I don't want it quite so harsh. Then I'm taking this eyeliner from Essence. It's the Extreme Lasting Waterproof Eye Pencil in Silky Nude. Been loving this lately. I'm just going to line my waterline with this. Then I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm using the Pixi by Petra Large Lash Mascara. I don't love this, but I am trying to use it up. So then lastly for the eyes, I'm going to go into this metallic white shade called Spellbreaker. And I'm just going to use this to highlight. I'm going to use it on my brow bone. Since this isn't a super metallic shade, I figured it would be all right. Usually I don't go for like a stark white highlight, but it's not super pigmented. So this eye will not stop watering. It's so annoying. And I'm also going to take that shade and kind of put it on the inner corner. Okay, now for the part I'm a little nervous for, but I don't know why I'm nervous because my foundation is not good. So I feel like I can't really ruin this look any more than my foundation already has. But I'm gonna go in with this metallic Supershock blush in the shade I Wish I Wish. I'm just gonna grab some on my sponge. I don't remember the best way to apply these. I say that every single video. I was just hesitant to use a brush with this foundation because a brush often removes this foundation from my skin. It just slips around. It won't stay put, which is one of the reasons I don't like it. That's okay. I actually don't hate it. I don't love it. Like I wouldn't wear it every day. I was expecting to really not like this blush and it's not that bad. It's a little shimmery for my taste, but like it is really shimmery. I can't say I love it. I can really see the emphasized texture like when I look up close. I'm also just gonna take a little bit of the shade Fair Enough, which is like the medium tone, which is the bright like orangey pink. I just kind of want to experiment with this one. So I'm just taking a tiny bit to kind of punch up the color. It's okay. Yeah, I don't love it, but whatever, it's fine. I'm not going out or anything. That was a lot of blush. I feel like this just looks like a strip of blush now. Crap. Actually, I kind of feel like both sides look like that. Ooh, let's see if I can tone it down with like a little bit of translucent powder. Kind of blend it out a little bit. I just don't love the metallic. but that's okay. If a metallic blush is your personal jam, I could see you really liking this. I don't love it with this foundation, but I quite literally do not like this foundation like at all. So I'm not sure I'd like any blush with this foundation, honestly. Anyway, I'm just kind of going around the edges to kind of soften them a little bit, or at least try to. And then there's no highlighter, so I'm gonna be using one of my faves recently, the Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Enlighten. Oh, shit. That was a lot of highlight. Oh my god, this look is just looking like clown makeup. There's just so much shimmer on my cheeks right now and so much dew from the foundation. Fine, it's fine. I'm not going anywhere. I really love this highlighter. I feel like it actually looks like it gives you a glass skin effect. It's very thin in the base color, and then when it hits the light, it really shines. But it doesn't look like you're wearing like a thick layer of highlighter when you're not in the light, which is what I really like about it. It's very lightweight. Okay, well, I don't love the blushes. Just because they're pearlized, but if you really like a shimmery blush, those are very nice. Despite my foundation, they applied really beautifully and smoothly. They really did kind of give me that Snow White-esque cheek, so I don't know, it worked pretty well. It's just not my personal preference. And lastly, for lips, I'm gonna do a liner and a gloss. I'm gonna do the Snow White one. So I'm just starting out with the pencil. Then I'm just gonna take like this little brush and go along my lip line and drag in the color so it's not so harsh. Okay, and then I'm just topping it with the Red as Rose gloss. Okay, and this is the completed look. I think it's okay. I don't really like my makeup today. Part of it's the foundation, part of it has nothing to do with the collection. Honestly, I was really disappointed in the eyeshadow palette. If you like more of a satin type of metallic and less metallic, then you might actually like the colors in here. I just expected more from Colourpop. I don't know. I expected more of a punch with these shades. I thought they'd be, you know, really pretty and punchy, but the only shades that performed really well to me personally were the mattes. Not my favorite from Colourpop, that's for sure. I really don't love the ultra glossy lip formula because it bunches up. It gets so yucky and goopy, and I didn't even apply a ton. It just collects where my lips meet, and it's just not a good look. I feel really bad because I do really like Colourpop still, but I just feel like their last collections have been constant misses for me. The eyeshadow palette, I just, again, don't love. These are okay, the blushes, but I just don't love like a pearlized cheek. The lip kits are okay if you like the Luxe Gloss formula, but I don't like the Luxe Gloss formula. I wasn't going to mention that in this video until I saw how goopy it got, and I was like, ew, that's gross. The liner and lipstick are nice. If you could buy those individually, maybe I would suggest that if you like the colors. But the Luxe Gloss formula is just not for me. But if you do like these, then the lip kits might be a good purchase for you if you're wanting to get something from this collection. Honestly, the standout product for me is the Just One Bite lip scrub. I think this smells delicious. So yummy. I can really see myself using this on like an everyday basis just because of the smell. Everything else is kind of either okay or a miss for me, and I feel really bad. I wish I liked this collection more. I don't like not liking things, but of course I'm gonna be honest with you. That's always been really important to me on my channel, is that I, you know, maintain my integrity and honesty, and even though this was sent to me, I'm not in love with it. So yeah, that is it from me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. I just really appreciate you being here. It helps out my channel so very much by you watching, so thank you. Please leave any video requests you may have in the comments down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!